What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Audi Greenville where they have graciously provided me the keys to this 2016 Mustang Shelby GT350. So today I'm going to show you guys what it's like to get behind the wheel of this car. I will have a link to this in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. It's like 27 degrees outside, so I need to hurry up with this intro. Let's get behind the wheel. Okay, so about to go for a ride in the GT350. Initial impressions, I really like the layout of everything. You know, you have Alcantara on the steering wheel, feels very nice. Center gauge setup looks really cool. You have all these toggle switches, which you just don't see in a normal vehicle. Now, I'm not a huge muscle car guy, but it is very hard to not smile once you hit this red engine start stop button. Ooh. If you're not a subscriber to the channel or you haven't seen, Brian actually got to do a review on this car when it first came out. So being brand new, he wasn't able to get behind the wheel. I'm not gonna go over all of the technical specs. If you wanna see a video like that, check out his review video in the description below. Let's go over the engine. This has a 5.2 liter V8 producing 529 horsepower and 426 pound-feet of torque. Well, it definitely gets up and goes, that's for sure. I didn't even go to the exhaust or the sport mode in the exhaust yet. I'm not sure. There's a suspension button as well. I think you can tighten up the steering wheel too. For a V8, this clutch is surprisingly light. It has a pretty large bite point on it. It doesn't engage until it's almost all the way out, but it is super light to go through. Shifts are very precise. Woo! That sounds so good, and let's go ahead and put it into sport mode with that exhaust and do that again. So I'm in sport mode now. Woo! That sounds so good. Oh man, I really enjoy those downshifts. My first impressions really, you know, a muscle car is a straight line performance vehicle. It has a ton of power. You can take it to the drag strip and do things like that. But I'm gonna get up to some little twisty roads here in a second and really see how this is. I've put the suspension into the stiffer setup, the sport mode. I can already feel so many bumps right now. It's definitely very stiff, but this is not just a straight line vehicle anymore. The Shelby GT350 is definitely a performance vehicle. I could easily see this being a lot of fun on back roads like what I'm doing right now. Something else I wanted to touch base on during this video is, if you saw our last Q&A video, I am looking for a sports car to add to the Tacoma. So this is giving me a great test drive in something that potentially could be added to the channel. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. Should a Shelby GT350 go alongside my Toyota Tacoma? I'm not sure yet. That exhaust is my favorite part. This is a really fun car to drive. Everything about it so far. I haven't seen anything that is kind of, you know, negative about it. I would say the rear seat legroom, this kind of car, you're not really buying this for the rear seats you could use them, but they're really just mainly storage space. This is a comfortable seat to be in. The bolsters are huge. I mean, everything about them is so comfortable. And I do like the steering wheel. It has the Alcantara finish to it, great hand positioning on both sides. You have all of your normal controls on each side of it, you know, your Bluetooth, radio, things like that, along with being able to adjust your suspension. I haven't messed with the steering wheel button yet, but let's go around this turn. Woo, man, it feels so good. Steering wheel, yep, you have sport mode, comfort, and normal. It actually has defaulted to sport, I'm guessing because it went into sport mode in the suspension. So the price of this car used, it has about 6,000 miles on it, is just over the $50,000 mark. I think that's definitely a bargain for this. You're getting a lot of power, you're getting a very cool sports car to be in. It sounds good. You actually have plenty of storage space in here too. Obviously the back seat room, and then the trunk has a lot of room in it too. So you could easily have this as a daily driver and then take it out on some back roads. The visibility inside here is really good too. That back window is almost as large as the front windshield. So your 360-degree view just on the inside, there are very minimal blind spots. It's a little hard to see over your left shoulder. Usually it's a bit easier to see over that side, but over your right shoulder, you can easily see out of that glass. So I think I've talked about the interior a lot. Let's talk about the exterior of this car. You can definitely tell that this is not your everyday Mustang. Looking at that front fascia, it's clearly easy to tell that there's something special about this Mustang. I love the front end look of it. You have the Shelby logo to the left of the grille. Everything is just so aggressive about that front end. Moving on to the side, you have the 19-inch black aluminum wheels that look really good on this car, especially with the color that it's in, along with the Brembo brakes, which definitely do a great job bringing this to a stop. The side profile, in my opinion, is just so sleek. It looks very cool, and it finishes off well in the back. You have the bright LED taillights. Headlights are LED as well. It's overall a very nice spec. You have the carbon fiber racing stripes from the front bumper all the way to the rear bumper. Really gives this car a cool look. So getting some seat time behind the 350, it's definitely changed what I've thought or what I think about these cars, especially when you get up into the higher price range like this and the Super Snake and models like that. It's definitely not a straight line performance car. You can change through the suspension. You can change how you want the steering wheel input when you're taking back roads. You can change the exhaust note, which I love. I've been in sport mode pretty much the whole time, except for just in the beginning there. But this car, it takes these turns so incredibly well. It's so planted and just easy to drive. With this V8, I thought the clutch was gonna be heavy. The shifter is very short. Everything is, like, I mean, you know that you're in the gear. You don't have to worry about getting into the wrong gear or missing a shift. Man, this car is so easy to drive. But man, that V8, I've always loved the sound of the V8. I don't know what it is. It's just that rumble of that V8. You know something loud is coming. You know something that definitely has performance is coming your way when you hear that. One thing that I haven't gone over yet is the daily driving aspects of this car. If this is something that I seriously want to look at purchasing, this gives me a great indication or an idea of what it's like to daily drive. I'll start off with the navigation screen. That's something that's going to be big or major key. A lot of people love using nowadays. It's very user-friendly to use. All the controls are laid out very well. This is the same system that's across many Fords. I know my mom's Ford Escape has the exact same system, but that's very easy to use. You know, it's not out of the way or too low for you to be able to see what you're doing there. Oh, so good to go around that turn. But as far as daily driving it, it's very comfortable. I can put it back into normal mode. That exhaust quietens up a little bit. and I could easily drive this without any loud drone. Not to say it has drone in sport mode, you know, just a little bit louder. Normal mode? Sport mode. Wow, that's a big difference. I hope you guys can hear that when I put the external mic on. That is a huge difference in the sound, which is really cool to have. Alright guys, so I think that sums up my drive behind the wheel of the Shelby GT350. I really didn't know what to expect when I got behind the wheel of this, just being a muscle car, something that I haven't had the chance to drive before. I didn't know what to expect, so this was definitely an awesome opportunity. I can't thank the guys enough at Audi Greenville for providing this car for me today to be able to check out and get behind the wheel of it. My overall impressions, I really love this car. You know, I love the sound of it. The performance is great. You have all these different modes to set it up the way you'd like it. You can track this car. It will take corners. It will be fast around them too. Very planted. So many options that you can do with this. You have all the storage space and everything that you need. So this is a great daily driver. It's also a great daily track car to have too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to check out my brother's full review of it for more specs that I did not cover in this video today. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next video.